Everybody, thanks for watching, and just a quick reminder that Greek Mythology Volume 2 is now available. Thanks to everybody who supported and bought the flash drives. It was over 200 people that bought the flash drives. We got the first 20 within, I believe, the first couple days, but it ended up being over 200 people that bought the flash drives. And as you received in an email, all you guys got the next 5 DVDs free, the downloads as well as the DVDs. But the first 20, the very first 20, you know, in the spirit of competition, you guys are going to get the next 6 free. So the first 20, if you got the email, you'll get the next 6 free, but everybody's going to get the next 5 free that participated. I understand, and again, I always talk about this, how they limit my reach as far as people who have seen videos or seen the advertisement or what have you. So I know there's a lot of people that send me emails that didn't even see, you know, that had the deal. A lot of people didn't see the video where I talked about it. I try to talk about this in the beginning of the video so people can see, you know, what's available. So I'm going to put the sale back up again today. Right now it's up for this week. So the first 20 will get the well, I'll do it this way. Everybody who participates will get the next 5 DVDs free. Everybody who buys for this week until Friday will get the next 5 free. Also, it's not just the flash drives, it's also the digital downloads. So anybody who buys the deals for the digital downloads or flash drives will get the next 5 DVDs free. So I'll do it this way. So, you know, I'll leave it up until Friday, so it gives people enough time to participate. But, you know, thanks for the support, and thanks to everybody who supported. Now, to get into this video, really talking about, you know, what is being used to keep us, you know, in this state of non-power when you really think about it, because it's us not really grasping the power that we should really have. And the main thing, as I talked about before, is we got to look at how we are being used, how our energy, how our work is being put in play and used to basically keep us back. So when you understand that, if you have a competition, it's almost like business. If you have a competitor, somebody who you're competing with, who you understand has a good product, and because their product is out and selling well, and it's a good product, it is basically harming your business. So what a lot of corporations do, what Burger King did, they went out and bought Popeyes. You know, people are choosing chicken, you know, over burgers this day. I would rather own both. So they have to look at it in this context of understanding that, you know, I would rather own these people, this business, than compete with it. So where we look at it as opportunity, and it's not to knock, you know, anybody wanting to be a basketball player or athlete or what have you, you have to understand how your power is being suppressed, how your competitive nature is being suppressed, whereas they own the leagues, the sports leagues, NBA, basketball, baseball, what have you. And instead of us competing, they own the entire system, the whole entire platform. So where they can use their TV power, you know, their reach, to make it as if the NBA, the NFL is the only platform, the only place you can go to find these sports. You know, college, they have ESPN, everything that's on ESPN is relevant. Everything fits under the umbrella of them. They control it, they run it. So where we can never really be in opposition or have our own business that is not under their umbrella of controlling the sports and entertainment world. So what they have done is taken, you know, our talents, taking what we're capable of doing, and basically holding on to it to benefit them, so they don't have to compete against us, knowing that it will be, you know, a tough job to do so. So what I'm talking about is controlling what could be the biggest threat to your empire, to your power, controlling these people. So I want you to just really think about, if we take all the 7-foot tall black athletes, the big, strong, tall, 6'5", 6'6", or what have you, tight ends in the NFL, the big linebackers and everybody like that. Where would these people go? What would they do if they didn't have college and the NFL, the NBA, what have you, to put that energy into? Where would that energy go? You know, where would these strong men go? And if you have a situation where you're trying to oppress the people, and the people is going to come to a sort of revolution, like the Black Panthers or some type of uprising where they're going to come together, you would want to take away the strongest members of that force, you know. And this is basically what it is when you understand strategically what's taking place. So our athletes, our strongest guys, even our smartest minds, when you look at it from a context of business, you know, our scientists, anybody that has really done well and excel in business or in the scientific world or in the engineering world, they have to go on to these corporations that are owned by them. So if you are a brilliant scientist and you graduate and you top of your class, what have you, where are you going to go and work? You have to go work for them. Same thing, doctors, you want to go work for them. You can have your own practice, but you're still under that system, if you understand what I'm saying. So you take away the strongest men, you take away the people with the energy, and you put them under your umbrella to where now you have control of them. So now everybody else that's coming up with the same passion, the same energy, the same type of learning skills, they're going to follow the path that leads their way. And that is definitely hindering our side of the situation. So now if I'm putting together a team and I'm trying to start this revolution, where am I going to get my players from? Where am I going to get my people from? You have athletes, the ones who are, you know, powerful, big. They're trying to go the route of the athlete, the entertainer, you know, the sports star. They want to go that route. So they want to go to the enemy side because the enemy is paying. You're not going to get these athletes to really, you know, just walk out of the NBA or NFL because of black situations and black problems. And that's the thing. They're looking at it as if this is money. This is economic stability for my family. So I'm going to go this route. This white man paying my bills. And that's how it is. And this is how you take away the power from any type of revolution, by getting the strongest males, the smartest males, to have to conform or go in the direction that you own. And this is what's taking place. So not really to take away from a lot of these people, because a lot of them have no clue of what's happening. But you have a lot of people that's really being caught up in this whole sports and entertainment situation and not understanding what's going on. So you look at our, you know, best fighters, greatest boxers, Ali, Frazier, you know, Tyson, all these great fighters suppressed. You know, we've been the top in the fighting world in sports, you know, since the beginning. We've always been really on top. They understand that you get the best fighters, you know. So now you have black men that have the skill, have the talent to box and fight. They are chasing that field. They're chasing boxing where it's sanctioned and it's rules and we don't control it, but they can channel that energy, that talent, that anger into boxing. It's the same thing. All football players, again, all our athletes, you give them endorsements, you get them to calm down, take money, be civilized, send them to college, you know, give them an education, calm them down. Let them understand the way the white man world works. You got to go to school. You got to do this. It's rules, discipline. You follow the rules, you get this. This is the reward. This is what we'll give you. And this is what people are chasing. It's the same thing with hip hop. Let the hip hop artists show everybody exactly what they're going to get if they act like this, if they do this, if they rap about these things. They're going to have money, cars, girls. Taking our men and putting them in a position where, you know, they're basically compromising everything. You know, this is the alternative. This is all you got. There is not really another alternative that we can look at for us that'll give us the kind of success that we see from sports and entertainment. So if you only put this out there as the avenue for these strong black men to go, this is where they're going to go, because there's no alternative. There's nowhere else for them to go and channel this energy, this power. And we don't have the platform as black people to give it to our other black men and women to put that anger in a way that's going to benefit us all. Militarily, look at it in the same type of context. You had the Black Panthers form. Imagine everything we've been through in this country as black people, us having a military of our own. Now you got to look at the KKK. They have the right, they are protected, they are allowed to assemble in large groups wearing white sheets screaming white power, walking around with a message that's anti-black. There is nowhere in this country where they have to worry about, you know, us coming to get them. Where have we ever went to West Bubblefuck, Alabama to attack the Klans? It doesn't happen. But they still can assemble and basically create, you know, militia, armies or what have you under the racist ideology that they have. And when we do it, you know, we're militant, Afrocentric. It's a problem when we come together to make any type of movement. They are closely watching it. We got FBI on our back when we do such a thing. But they can assemble and make these clans and these groups and go out and spew hate when nobody is in opposition to them at all. Never have we came together as a people to go against the Klan or go against a group of white folks in any type of hate-filled speech or any type of hate-filled action. But if we try to put together a military, watch what happens. This is suppression. This is suppression of power. You got to look at everything and how it's set up. And we thinking the stuff that we have is good. You got to look at it how it is. It's your master. It's like you're a dog and your master giving you meat so you shut up, so you don't bite him, basically. Keeping you fed. You a pet fucking tiger and they feeding you, even though you're dangerous enough to just slash him and kill him. And they understand that, so they don't keep feeding you and put you in these cages and give you a big ass ball to play with, so you leave them alone while they do what they trying to do. And that's basically what they're doing to us, because they understand how powerful we are, what we can do if we were just left alone. Plain and simple. So you have to look at it. It's suppression, not taking away anything from LeBron James and what he's done with the school. That's amazing, and that should make a lot of people look at everybody else sideways. People like Bill Cosby, people like Oprah and Jay-Z and Beyonce who running around touring right now. Where's their school? Where's the school? Yeah, Oprah put a school in Africa. That was cool. But what about America? What about what's taking place right here? So for LeBron to do what he did with that school was still cool. It was amazing. But you have to look at it from, you know, a different point of view, not in a negative type of way, but in a way that, you know, why can't we have done this? Why has it taken so long? I mean, them putting this on the news and talking about LeBron and the school and everything made it seem like it was something that was impossible. Like, and I'm like, damn, it seemed like he did it so easily. Why don't we have more? Also, you have to understand that schools, they get their money, their funding. They have a small portion that comes from the government, but the majority is supposed to come from the taxpayers in that zip code. That's why you have the whole situation where if your kid don't live in a zip code, then they can't go to certain schools. So that zip code, if it's a poverty-stricken zip code, then the school is not going to have much funding. This is why schools are closing down, because those areas are not generating enough money. So again, when you have a situation where a neighborhood, the whole economic situation is foreign, you have, Chinese stores and Italian stores, and none of these people and the money they're bringing in from this zip code is going back into that zip code, but going to another zip code. Then you are not really, all that money is going somewhere else. It's going to their schools. It's not going to your schools. Thus, these schools are closing down. Now, you add to that the type of problems that we have in the black community, single moms and what have you. It's a huge issue. And this is something that governments know, and they allowing this to happen on purpose. Now, you got to look at the fact that if schools is under government, it's their responsibility to make sure schools is open and it's enough adequate schools for, that zip code. Why isn't this being done? Why does an athlete have to spend his money or, come to a type of situation where he is the one to put a school out for kids that's in need? And it's crazy. It's crazy. So this is one of the things that's not being talked about. People are just going to talk about the simple fact that he's opening the school, but it's more to it. And this goes to the whole point that Kaepernick was talking about when he was talking about schools. And it's tough to just simply open the schools a lot. You got to go through and get approved, So I wouldn't think it would be a problem for somebody like LeBron anyway. But this is another way that they are suppressing our power, because now you have these schools closing in these zip codes. So guess what? You got to send your kid to another school. Either you got to have the money to send them to one of these charter or private schools, or you got to move. So this is a way you're getting people to move out of areas that they can now come in and develop and switch up and take control of these areas. Everybody should know by now. They want the inner city. You got to understand, you have a lot of white people that come from far that would love, they come from, suburbs into town to work downtown where the office buildings and stuff is at. They would love to have these areas. They would love to have those inner cities and those neighborhoods. But we know it's filled, with black people, poverty-stricken people, us. And this is their way of getting people to relocate, to move into certain areas. Now, if it don't happen fast enough, then they'll do what they did in Philly, and they'll inflict eminent domain. And it was a big deal in Philly a few years ago, where they had eminent domain come in and remove whole neighborhoods of people. They give you the market value of your home, no, huge profit or what have you, and kick you out, and then build something else. This happened in Philly, and it was a big deal. And this is one of the things they're doing covertly. You're not seeing a lot of it being talked about, but I'm hearing a lot about it.